Howdy. All right, let's have a strap. Oh, my room is so dusty. What is happening? Can you see that? I want a strap. We're gonna go to the floor. Maybe some blocks. You know, we're just gonna move. Let's move. All right. Thank you for getting here. I don't know what happened earlier. I just, I don't know. I went to teach Melt and nobody was there. It was the wrong link. I don't know. It's not worth talking about. So I'm glad you opened your email, the freshest email at the last minute. I hope people aren't stuck on the other email. All right. I like to start feet on the floor, knees bent. It gives us an opportunity just to settle and notice our breathing. It gives the back a moment to relax, kind of undo all the doing you've been doing. You're welcome to widen your feet and let your knees rest in towards each other. Have your block handy. Mine isn't super handy. I'm gonna grab it. And I just want to take a few moments just to do nothing. Just let your body really settle. Landing on the floor. And sense the breath expanding into your upper back and into your chest. Close your eyes and sense the sensations of breathing. And then breathe into the sides of the ribs. I'd like you to touch yourself for this one. So take your hands to the side ribs, below the armpits, on the sides of the torso, and sense the breath going wide. Breathing like this moves the diaphragm. One more time. Slowing down, noticing the breath. Put one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest and breathe into both hands. Now we're breathing length. Can you feel breath in both hands? Place your hands anywhere you like and sense the breath moving in all of those directions. So front, back, side to side, top and bottom. It's like a three-dimensional, 360-degree breath, expanding in all directions. So you inhale away from the spine, away from the midline. And exhale, feel the softening back to the midline. One more time. When we take the time to breathe intentionally, it breaks the stress cycle. Let the breath return to a natural rhythm. Relax your jaw. And let's just move the spine. So we're going to tip the pubic bone forward, arch the back. Draw the belly in. Tip the pubic bone toward your face to flatten the back. And we're just going to roll and rock back and forth. Now this movement is to help hydrate the discs of your spine. Because after the age of 25, we don't grow anymore. So the sacrum fuses, becomes a solid bone, and the discs don't receive nourishment, nutrition, hydration without movement. So after the age of 25, if we do repetitive motion that's compressing the discs, they're not going to get fluid moving back in there unless you are doing something like this, which helps to squish the tissue and allow fluids to rush back into the tissue, like if you're squeezing out a sponge. Why do you squeeze the fluids out of a sponge? So that the fluids can go back into the sponge so you can wipe up the countertop, right? So a couple more. Let that movement happen all the way up through your neck. You'll feel movement up into your neck and head. Ideally, you'll notice your nose moving up and down. And then just relax in neutral. And as you relax in neutral, wiggle your shoulders away from your butt. Get taller. Let's bring the left knee to the chest. Hold behind the back of the thigh. Slide the right leg out straight if you wanna. When you slide the leg out straight, have the kneecap pointing to the ceiling. So the leg that's straight, the toes tend to drift out to the side. Have the toes up to the ceiling. You could even press through the heel. That'll make that a little easier. And then let's just pause and hold and breathe. Soften through the shoulders, your face. Maybe roll the head if you want to. You don't have to, Kari. Don't roll the head. Sense the breath. Now, earlier you were putting your hand on your belly. Can you feel your breath down towards the belly and towards the bottom of your pelvis? And try repeating this little phrase, I am safe. I am safe. I'm going to stay a little bit longer, pressing through the heel of the straight leg, relaxing through the shoulders, using the breath to just open up the bottom of the pelvis. So at the very bottom, the tip of the tailbone is that root chakra. And when we're not feeling safe, when we're feeling fearful, nervous, worried, hurried, there's a little contraction down at the pelvic floor and it'll tuck the tailbone under like a scared puppy dog. And so in this pose, I want you to sense that little tailbone lengthening out. Using the breath and your words will help. All right, let's 2 minutes. Let's see what happens. Bend the straight leg, bring both knees into the chest, and see if they feel different from each other. Shall we do the other side? Hold behind the back of the right knee, put the left foot on the floor. We just pause here for a moment. So we're holding the pose for 2 minutes. If you want to slide the leg out straight, you may. You could press through the heel to help keep the toes and kneecap towards the ceiling. And decrease your effort. The change doesn't happen because you try hard. The change happens because you breathe and because you feel safe. I am safe.
Think about your little tailbone lengthening out, pointing down to your foot. Soften your jaw. Relax your back. I am safe. Just notice what comes up and let it go. When you're ready, bend the straight leg and let's put both feet on the floor. Okay. So now we're going to do, this is a little bit of torture, I'm sorry. So we're going to go back to the other leg. I'm going to hold behind the back of my left leg. And rather than pulling the knee in, which we've already done, I want you to move your knee away from you so your leg is perpendicular to the floor. And we're going to slide the other leg out. If you can't slide the leg out, you can keep the knee bent. And I'm going to straighten this leg, kneecap and toes to the ceiling. Hope this is a little easier now. And you're going to take your left foot and we're going to go counterclockwise. So you're going to turn your toes out to the left, away from the body, externally rotating at the ankle. And I'm keeping time. And we're going to go nice and slow. Faster isn't going to make it be over faster. Relax your shoulders. Ankle circles. When the ankles aren't moving well and these muscles aren't strong, and the body's going to compensate all the way up through the knees, the hips, the back, up into your neck. Remember the foot bone's connected to the head bone. I know. Keep going, same direction. I haven't forgotten about you. I'm with you. I'm struggling too. Hey, if you want to, you could take your hands to the floor, keep your leg where it is, keep making the external rotations in the foot, but don't use your hands. This is an option. That's a minute. Let's go the other direction. Internal rotation. So maybe you want to hold on to the back of the leg for a moment. Relax your back. The straight leg is straight. The knee is pointing to the ceiling. We're going internal rotation clockwise. My ankle is making noise in this direction, starting to feel a little burn up through the shin. If you need to take a break, you could, but I don't want you to. I'd rather just slow it down or change it up a little bit. Maybe you can take your hands off your leg. Maybe just for a couple seconds to distract you from this fact that we have a couple more seconds to go. I know. You'll thank me later when you're bouncing around on your feet. All right, if your hands are down, take your hands to the leg, hold behind, same foot, and then you're just gonna point and flex. I'm gonna point my toes and then press the heel out, toes to the sky. Point and flex all the way through the toes. Point and flex. Breathing. I know you're saying, Andrea, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I know, we're doing this torture together. All right, last one. Relax the foot, drops down to your butt. Bring the knee back to your chest. Big exhale. Bend the straight leg. Both feet to the floor. Dun, 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 dun. Side two, ready? Hold behind the back of the right thigh. Lift the foot, the shin is perpendicular to the floor. Slide the other leg out straight. Bend your ankle. So we're gonna externally rotate, going clockwise, going outwards away from the body, circling just the ankle. So check yourself out and make sure you're not like lifting your foot. So I see people do this when I see them in class. Stop it. Just move your ankle. So we're creating mobility in the ankle, but we're also gaining some strength in these muscles. Notice the shape that your big toe is creating. Does it feel like a circle? It's a little choppy, right? My foot is making all kinds of noises. Change the direction. Internal rotation. Now your toes are going to go towards the other leg. Make sure you're not moving anything else but your ankle. Relax your jaw. You might find your jaw trying to help you. That would be compensation. Just the ankle. Try taking a long, slow exhalation. Don't give up. Maybe take your hands off of your leg if you want. Maybe a little harder, or maybe just changing it up a little bit helps you get through these last few rotations. You're almost there. Point and flex. Maybe hold on to the leg. Take the toes up to the sky and then point. Up. I know, there's sensation, right? Like some burning down in your shin. Relax your back. Point and flex. Just 30 seconds for this one. We could do this every day together. I was thinking about challenging you sometime this week to a little bit of yoga every day, a short yoga session. Let me know what you think about that. Every day. And then relax your foot and bring that leg back into your chest. Bend the straight leg. Put both feet down on the floor. All right, so we're going to take that a little bit further. Take your strap, and we're going to bring the strap to the bottom of the foot. And we're right at the ball of the foot. So not in the instep, but a little bit higher than instep. And notice how my leg is kind of low and my thighs are level with each other. I want you to stay like that. And then just kind of pull down on the strap, press through the heel. And then don't pull, like relax out of it. Pumping the ankle, pull down and press through the heel. And then relax. Pull down and press through the heel. And then relax. And last time, pull down and stay. Stay, pull down and stay. Relax your shoulders. And now, tip your pubic bone forward. Have a little arch in your lower back. Keep the arch. Press through the heel. Pull down on the straps. Relax your shoulders. And maybe take your foot back a little closer to your head, up towards the ceiling. And then you're just going to go really slowly till you feel a nice big pull coming from your heel to your butt. Lower back has a little arch. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Pull down on the strap, press through the heel. You should not be able to go up above 90. Like this is as far as I can go. If you're going all the way up to 90 and beyond, you're not doing it right. You don't have an arch in the back. And then get out of there. Release the foot, put your foot on the ground, and you'll feel a rush of blood flowing into that calf muscle. Let's do the other one. Ready? Strap to the ball of the foot. I kick my leg out. It's kind of low. My thighs are level, so I'm not up here. I know you can, but that's not what we're doing. Thighs are level. I'm going to pump the ankle. I'm going to pull down on the strap, press through the heel, and release. Pull down and press through the heel, and release. 2 more times. Pull down and release. Last one. Pull down and stay. Stay. Now, tip the pubic bone forward. So that little arch in the lower back we were doing earlier. Pull down the strap, press to the heel, and now maybe the leg can come up a little higher. I would go very slowly and just finding that place where your shoulders are relaxed, you have a lumbar curve, you're untucked, You're pulling down the strap, pressing through the heel. The thigh bone is sinking into the hip, and you're looking for that pull to come all the way down. So close your eyes. It doesn't matter how far you're coming back. We're just trying to change the tissue. And then when you're ready, get out of there. Release and get your foot out of there. Oh my, right? Okay, let's do a couple windshield wipers. Take your feet a little wide, take your arms out to the side, take both knees to the right, and then both knees to the left. Yes, take the arms overhead if your arms can go overhead. Starting to move this change from your feet through the legs all the way up. If you don't like your hands overhead on the floor, take your hands up to the sky. Have your hands to the ceiling, but your shoulders relaxed on the ground. I like that one for you, Kari. Make sure the feet are wide away from each other, not slipping in closer, closer. Couple more. And then pausing in the center. All right, let's roll over. Slide one leg out straight. You're gonna push into the foot of the bent leg. You can take this arm over your head, and that is how you roll over gracefully, just in case you were wondering. All right, here we go. If you have lumbar stenosis, don't come up onto your elbows. If you're feeling good, come on up to your elbows, forearms parallel, legs apart will help the lower back. We want to be able to have a lumbar curve. So right now what we're doing is we're lengthening and stretching the front of the torso, and we're going to work on strengthening the back. So just pull the heart forward, shoulders down, breathe to the side ribs. Mondays are days that we really focus a little bit more on strength and come on down. So I think we did this last Monday. Hard with the microphone. Tuck your chin and bring your forehead to the floor. Bring your hands down alongside your body, palms down. Let's do one leg at a time. We're finding, you think about your butt lifting your leg. Keep your knees straight and lift one leg using your butt. Arms can press. Hold and hold and hold. And then lower the leg down. Try the other side. Engage your butt. Lift the other leg, knee is straight. You're not trying to get a trophy, just want to turn the muscles on. Lower down. Now we're going to do both legs and the chest and the hands. Follow instructions. Ready? Both legs lift. Float the chest away from the floor. Arms come off the ground. You're looking down. The head is not hanging, but your gaze is down. Find the backs of the thighs working. Glutes working, squeeze the blades together, reach your fingers away from your shoulders, lift, float the chest, and then nice and slow, come on down and relax. Turn your head to one side. You know we have to do that one twice, right? Forehead to the floor. Use your glutes, lift both legs. Float the chest up, lift the chest. Floating the chest away from the floor. Reach your arms away from each other, squeeze the blades, use your glutes. The gaze is down, don't crank on the neck. Find a peaceful moment. Can you feel energized? Can you feel strong? Can you work and still feel calm? When you're ready to come down, all the way down, We'll pause in half frog. Turn your head to one side, bring the knee to the side. And this will really let your butt and your back relax. A couple long, slow exhalations. How deeply can you let go? It's the opposite of what we were just doing. We're just working, staying calm, and now we're resting, being calm. Take the leg a little higher, scooch it up. Come up onto your elbows and forearms if you dare. Again, use your arms, drag your heart forward, shoulder blades down your back. Breathe into the side ribs. If it's too much to be up on the elbows, just lower the chest down to the floor. Let's go straight leg. The straight leg bends, foot to the ceiling. Oh my, circle the ankle. Now you know where your ankle is. Oh, that's such a good movement in that ankle. All right, relax that movement and just take that lower leg, move it left and right like a windshield wiper. We're moving the ball in the socket while we're in a back bend. That never happens. Pause. You could let your foot fall towards your butt a little bit more. Use your arms a little stronger. We're opening the front of the body. And then lower down all the way. And relax. Completely. Let's try the other side. Slide the leg back, half frog, side two. Turning your head, changing your leg. Relaxing through the hip. Now, if you ever feel tightness in the inner thigh in this pose, there's a little pandiculation you can do. So I feel a little tension on my right inner thigh. So what you do is you press your knee gently into the floor, downwards. And then you think about you're drawing your knee in towards your hip. It kind of lifts your butt a little bit. And you hold the contraction. And then you relax and let it go. And usually 3 times does the trick, maybe 4. Again, it's just a press down into the knee presses down into the floor, draw the knee in. It's a small movement. And then you let it go. Take the knee a little higher. Just changing the angle of the leg. Let's go into our back bend. Come up onto elbows and forearms if you can. Use your arms, drag yourself forward, shoulders down. We're lengthening the front of the body. Bend the straight leg and circle the ankle. My ankle feels so great. And then relax the ankle movement and just take that lower leg side to side. And then you're going to pause the movement. Maybe your foot can come in a little closer to your butt. Use your arms, lengthen. And when you want to come down, lower the leg first, come all the way down, and relax completely. Really let go. Sliding the leg all the way back. So when your legs are back, the legs are apart. Let's take both feet to the ceiling and do some windshield wipers here. Both feet left, both feet right. Let the pelvis rock. And then we're going to pause, lowering the legs one at a time. And then roll to your side. Come all the way up. I want to do one more thing before we sit up. We need a side stretch. But while we're down on the floor, before we come up, we need a side bend. I want to do a bridge pose because, well, Bob needs a bridge pose. Bring the block between your knees. And then what I want you to do is just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now you could use a pillow if you don't have a block or whatever, but I want you to just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I want you to just keep doing it, but now we're going to slow it down. We're going to squeeze, hold, and then relax, but don't drop what you have between your feet. And squeeze and hold, and relax. Keep going. Squeeze and hold. We can do it for about a minute. So I don't move my pelvis. I'm in neutral. I'm going to squeeze and hold and release. Squeeze and hold and release. Now I want you to close your eyes. You know what we're doing. Squeeze and hold. And I want you to see and feel if the two legs like turn on at the same time. Is there sensation in one leg that's not in the other? Like notice the timing. Sometimes a tight leg will kind of lag behind. It's like, I don't wanna. There's 5 more seconds to go. Squeeze, hold, and release. Squeeze, hold, and release. Now we're gonna do just the butt. So you're gonna hold your block, not a death grip, and just squeeze the butt and release. Squeeze the butt and release. Hold the block, squeeze, and release. Same thing, close your eyes, you can touch your butt and see if your butt is, both sides are firing up the same. Or does one side lag behind? Couple more, hold the block, squeeze, and release. So when we're sitting a lot, we're sitting on our butt, these muscles become very lazy, laxative. They're not doing anything. We're squishing them, we're compressing them. So you can be sitting in your car and just give your butt some squeezes, you know, if you're like listening to a good song. You can do a little butt dance. All right, now you know my secrets. All right, now we're gonna do bridge pose. We're gonna put it all together. Ready? Squeeze the block, squeeze your butt. We're gonna lift just the butt, not your ribs, just the butt. Shove your feet forward so your feet feel like they're moving towards your toes. And then use the bottom of the butt, tighten it up there a little bit so you come up a little higher, but not in the ribs. You're just opening and flattening the crease of the hip. Hold your block and then come on down. Go again, ready? Squeeze the block, squeeze your butt, lift your butt. Shove your feet forward. Squeeze the block. Now use the bottom of the butt to open the front of the creases of the hips and lower down. 2 more times. Put your hands on the front of the creases. I really want you to feel this. Ready? Squeeze the block, squeeze your butt, lift your butt. Shove your feet forward, squeeze the block. Now use the bottom of the butt, go up a little higher to flatten out the front of the hips. And last one. Come down, squeeze your block, keep squeezing, squeeze your butt, keep squeezing, lift your butt, shove your feet. Now use your under butt to open the front of the creases. Now without relaxing, we do 4. Go down and up, without pause, without letting go. Keep shoving the feet, holding the block, using the under butt to open up the front of your hips. And let's just stay at the top, squeeze the block. Now here's a challenge, arms down, palms down. Squeeze the block, use your butt, shove your feet. Can you lift one foot off the floor? Hold it, use the underbutt. Put the foot down and try the other side. Get everything engaged first. Squeeze the block, engage your glutes, shove your foot, and then can you take one foot forward? And then break both feet down, go up a little bit higher, and then come on down and relax. I know, I'm sorry. Now roll over and sit up. I know. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Ready? Cat and cow. It's gonna feel so good. Ready? Tuck your toes. Round it out. Cat. Saggy cow. Cat. That's an exhale to cat. Inhale to saggy cow. Feeling so good. All right, stay in the cat. Push through the arms. Then we're going to come up into the upper body. I want you to lower your head. Inhale into your back. Exhale through your mouth. Empty all the way. Feel your belly come in. Push through the arms more. Let's do it again. Stay in the pose. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. You'll feel your belly pull in at the end. Push through the arms more. Last time. Relax your toes. Stay in that cat pose. Go back to child's pose, nice and slow. In child's pose, walk your hands to the left. Put your left elbow on the floor, forearm on the ground. Reach your right hand forward. My right hand is in front of my left hand. I can even take my right side of my butt and just kind of move it to the right a little bit. It's like my butt is going the opposite direction of my hand. And I want you to feel this pull all the way from your hand. I feel this a lot through the underarm, down through the ribs. Relax your head. Big breath in and in. When you're ready, take it to the other side. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Walk it to the right. Your right elbow, forearm on the ground, left arm reaching out. Your hand is reaching out. The elbow is off the ground. And it's like your butt sits back and it can even lean a little bit out to the left as your fingers are reaching forward to the right. This creates a tensional pull in the spiral line of fascia. Put some breath in there. We're going to hold it for a moment. This is our side bend. And come on out of there. Coming back into the center. Come up onto your elbows and forearms. We're planking, people. Come down onto your forearms. Take one foot back and tuck your toes. And then I want you to pause here. I want you to tuck your pelvis, draw the belly in, push into your arms. Let's inhale. As you exhale, make an SH sound. Go shh. When you feel this deep internal hug holding you, step back with the second foot. We're going to press through the heels. To help you keep your belly engaged, soften your knees. Take a little bend in the knees. Push through the arms. Tuck the pelvis. Maybe sink the hips down a little lower. And we're just holding and breathing and holding. And all the muscles of the whole body are tightening. So the pelvic floor is tightening. The core is turned on. Make your SH sound to help you find your core, which is keeping your spine stable. And then we're just staying for 5 more seconds. And then lower the knees down to the floor. And that was a weird hold. That was 35 seconds. Say we passed 30. Did you make it? Relax in child's pose. Reach the arms forward. Come to the hands and knees. Tuck your toes. Now this is a little hand adjustment I want you to do. So turn your thumbs so they point towards each other. So my hands feel like they're internally rotated, and this will help you. Ready? We're going to downward dog. Draw the belly in, push into your arms, and then as you lift your knees, you're going to take your ears right inside your arms. Keep your knees bent for a moment. Push the floor away. Feel your shoulders come up towards your ears. Press through all the points of your hands, and then keep your belly in. Press down through your heels. Doesn't matter if your heels ever touch the floor. Inhale, and as you exhale, feel the push through your hands. Press down through the heels. Now look at your feet. If you turn your heels outwards a little bit from each other, a little pigeon-toed, that can really help. If the hamstrings are super tight, take your feet a little wider from each other. And we're going to go from plank pose to down dog to plank pose. When you're ready, if you can, go ahead and move your shoulders over top of your wrists. Go to plank pose. And then on an exhale, go back to downward facing dog. And we can do this as many times as you like. And then when you feel like, oh my gosh, that's enough, please go back to child's pose, knees to the floor. Listen to your body. Do what works for you. I want you to feel graceful, smoothly moving from one pose to the other. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale to downward dog. 50 more. I'm kidding. When you start to feel that little quiver in your arms, you know it's time to stop. Take your knees down and relax. Somehow, some way. All right. All right, you're still with me. I love it. Ready? We have to work on this. You need this strength in the sides of the waist to help stabilize us and when we're walking, so we have to turn them on. This is how you do it. Ready? You're on your elbow forearm, which is underneath your shoulder, not out too far. And then my feet are in line with my butt. I like this way. We'll try other ways eventually. I want you to push down into your arm and then take your hand to your waist and kind of lift it up. There you go. Now your ribs are stacked over your pelvis, so you'll be able to find your core. So inhale as you exhale, go shh. And when you feel that deep internal contraction, go ahead and lift your hips off the ground. Push down into the arm. And what I want you to feel is the underside really turning on. And I like to add a twist to this one. So I'm going to take my hand behind my head. You don't have to do this, but you could. Take your elbow down slowly towards your fist and then back up, open to the sky. Down and inhale up. Exhale as you bring it down. Inhale as you come up. I'm going for 5. Do what you can. Relax down out of it when you need to. And this is one of those things you might just feel tomorrow. Lift your hips higher and come on down. Swoop around. Try the other side. I know, I hear you moaning and complaining. Feet in line with butt. Knees are lower than hips. Elbow under shoulder. Ready? Try holding onto your waist. Help yourself. Ready, go. Push into your arm. Lift up. Now find your core. Shh. If you dare. Let's go. Rotate down. And up. That's 1. Exhale down. Shh. Inhale up. It's a slow movement. It's like you're moving through quicksand. This is 3. And this is 4. And we got one more. Lift up and lower down. Oh my. All right. We've got just a couple more poses. Sorry, this is running over later than I anticipated. Let's go blocks, lunge. Oh yeah. Nice. That feels great. All right, forward and back. Keep your toes down as you move back. We're just moving tissues. Don't be shovey. If lunging on the floor doesn't work for your knees, a couple things, you could put a pillow or something under your knees. You can come up and sit in the chair, lunge in the chair if you like. Pausing in the lunge. And let's do the other side, back it up. Now we've done a lot to open up the front of the hip, which lunge is all about opening the front of the hip. And we've done a lot for the ankle, and we stretch through the calf and the back of the thigh. So we're just getting the tissues to move. Think about your front foot moving you back, back knee pushing you forward. And I like when the toes stay down when you go back so that you get that little pull through the top of your foot. Stay in the lunge. Level the hips. From lunge, you're going to bend the back ankle, tuck your toes. We're going to stand up. Bloop. We're going to end standing today. I lost my little automatic, oh, I just found it. I have a remote. I hope all things go that easily today. Okay, ready? So we're going to finish with this forward bending series of movements. Sorry if you have a hot date and you've taken this class a little longer than usual, but you're worth it. Ready? Hands at the hips. Try this for me, please. You want to bend, so when we bend from the back, it compresses the discs. We want to be able to hinge from the hip joint. So I'd like you to stick your hands, I like to go thumbs back, fingers in the joints like this, and feel as if you were folding forward and then come back up. And so what we're doing right now is strengthening the hamstrings. So as we go down, the hamstrings are getting long, but they're tightening. And then as you come up, they're shortening. One more time. Forward. And up. And then we're going to go forward and hold. So forward and hands to blocks. Feet wide. And then we're going to bend one knee, then bend the other knee, side to side. And then maybe you can do it without holding onto your blocks. Oh. Getting stronger? You can get down there really low. You could let your heel lift. Your toes lift, sorry, be on your heel. Oh, this leg says, what? I'm gonna do one more time.
That right leg is a little uncertain about that. Turn the toes forward, fold from the hips. Put your hands on your blocks if you're allowed. Lower your head. Turn on the front of the thighs. As you exhale, draw the belly button in. Keep the belly in and folding down. If you have high blood pressure, detached retina, glaucoma, you want to keep your head at the level of your heart. Toes forward. Keep weight on that big toe edge of the foot. Keep the front of the thighs turned on. You can touch them, poke them. The front of the thighs are engaged. The back of the thighs will lengthen. The knees are straight, so if your knees are bent, you need to push down into the floor of the blocks, come up a little bit higher, straighten your knees. If the knees aren't straight, you're really creating some schizophrenia in the hamstrings. They don't know what to do. They're just holding on for dear life. So just keep the knees straight. That's the rule here. You can stay here a long time. When you feel done, take your hands to your hips. Can you come up with a long straight back? Inhale, up you come. And then walk your feet together. Doop, 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 doop. All right, let's finish with a shakedown. Shake it out. Shake out your fingers. Jiggle the meat off the bone of your arms. And then add a little bounce in the heels. Bounce, 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 bounce. Bounce, 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 shake, 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 bounce, bounce, bounce. Keep it going. I just remembered I have an 11 o'clock appointment at the new studio for my heater guys. They'll wait. They'll be okay. I was like, I was doing yoga. Pause, plant your feet, take a big breath in, feel how you feel. Take another big breath in, open the palms, lift your face, feel open to all possibilities. Bring the palms together in the center of the chest, lower your face. Feel thankful for your body in this moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you, body. Namaste. All right, get on with this day. I hope you feel fabulous and energized and strong and peaceful, you know? Go be the peaceful people. Let me know how you're doing. Okay,